Elara, a wisp of a woman with eyes that held the haunted glint of the perpetually sleep-deprived, stood before the unassuming oak door. Its surface was smooth, devoid of any markings, its only adornment a tarnished brass knob. This was it. The entrance to the shadow archives. Beside her, Noah, a burly ex-military man, shifted nervously. "Are you sure about this, Elara?" "This place gives me the creeps," Elara, her voice barely a whisper, replied. "We have to, Noah. It's the only way to find out what happened to Michael." Their friend, Michael, a brilliant historian with an insatiable curiosity for the obscure, had vanished a month ago. His last known location, the very building they were now facing. The Shadow Archives, a private collection rumored to house forbidden knowledge, was shrouded in secrecy and whispered rumors of disappearances. Taking a deep breath, Elara pushed open the creaking door. A wave of stale air, thick with the scent of dust and something else, something ancient and unsettling, washed over them. Inside, the room was dimly lit, the only source of illumination flickering oil lamps casting long, grotesque shadows that danced on the walls. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves lined the room, crammed with leather-bound tomes, their titles obscured in the gloom. The air hummed with a strange energy, a low, rhythmic thrumming that vibrated through their bones. A shiver ran down Elara's spine. This place was wrong. Impossibly wrong. Noah, his flashlight beam cutting through the darkness, cautiously led the way. The silence was broken only by the rasp of their shoes on the dusty floorboards. Each creak and groan echoed in the cavernous room, further amplifying their growing unease. Suddenly, a book on the shelf flipped open with a snap, its yellowed pages fluttering ominously. They exchanged terrified glances. "Elara," Noah whispered, his voice tight with fear. "Did you see that?" Elara, her heart pounding in her chest, simply shook her head. They couldn't stop now. Not when Michael's life could depend on it. They delved deeper, the air growing colder, the shadows thicker. An inscription carved into a stone tablet at the back of the room caught Elara's eye. It was written in an unfamiliar language, the symbols swirling and menacing. A primal fear gripped her, a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. As they brushed past a particularly dusty section of the shelves, a book tumbled to the floor, its cover depicting an eye, a single, all-seeing eye staring out from the darkness. As Elara bent down to pick it up, a spectral hand, cold and insubstantial, shot out of the book's pages, wrapping around her wrist with a chilling grip. She screamed, a high-pitched sound that echoed through the room. Noah lunged forward, grabbing the book and yanking it away. The spectral hand dissolved into wisps of smoke, leaving behind a faint burning smell. Elara, pale and trembling, stumbled back. "There's something evil in here." Driven by a newfound terror, they retreated, scrambling past the looming shelves. Every creak of the floorboard sounded like approaching footsteps, every shadow seemed to writhe and morph into monstrous shapes. Bursting out of the oak door, they stumbled back into the warm embrace of sunlight. Gasping for breath, they leaned against the building, their backs pressed against the reassuring solidity of the brick wall. Neither spoke for a while, the horrors they'd witnessed replaying themselves behind their closed eyelids. Finally, Noah broke the silence. "We need to get out of here. Now," Elara, shaken but with a newfound resolve, nodded. They might not have found answers about Michael, but they knew one thing for sure: the Shadow Archives held secrets best left undisturbed. As they walked away, casting one last wary glance at the unassuming oak door, they couldn't help but feel as though the evil within watched their retreat, waiting for another unsuspecting soul to enter its forbidden domain.